Hello everyone, I hope you're doing very well. Welcome to Insider PV. For the ones that they are hearing this on Spotify, thank you for sharing this with all your friends and family. And if you are watching this on YouTube, well, remember to like, comment, and share. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel where you can, well, find the real estate tip of the week, restaurant of the week, and also that you can, well, watch and hear Insider PD. In today's episode, I'm very excited because I have this person, well, as a guest that I met him probably 3 to 6 months ago. So we are gonna get to know more about him and what he loves to do on his days off or spare time. It's to spend time with his family and friends. And here we have Pedro Lopez. How are you, Pedro?
I'm doing just great. Thank you, Poncho, for having me today.
No, you're welcome. Thank you so much. Okay, Pedro. The reason why I want to have this conversation with you, it's that, that people get to know you more and also that get to know more about what you are doing because you are an advocate to help the LGBT community right now. And I think it's very important that people, they know that and that they get to know more about that. How's that?
Perfect. Sounds great.
Okay. Okay. Tell us a little bit more about you. Where are you from?
So, I'm originally from Jalisco.
Okay.
I was born in the state of Jalisco, but my family migrated to the U.S. when I was 2.5 years old,
Okay.
and I grew up in the U.S.
Okay.
So, 4 years ago now, um, me and my husband decided to move back to Jalisco, and we now live in Puerto Vallarta and have been there for 4 years, or been here for 4 years.
That's good. And which area do you live now?
Right now in Vallarta,
Mhm.
we live in the area of Amapas Conchas Chinas.
Oh, that's nice. So
Yes, nice views.
nice views over there in Conchichinas. What do you, for example, if someone hasn't been here in Puerto Vallarta, how would you define the area that you live at?
Um, Beautiful views, nice homes,
Mhm.
nice condos, close enough to the party area without being in the middle of it.
I love that. It's a perfect combination.
Yes.
That's good. So, okay. So, when was um, first, who told you about Puerto Vallarta and when was that?
Wow. So I've been coming to Puerto Vallarta since I was in my mid-20s, and I fell in love with Puerto Vallarta. And my dream was to one day retire and live here.
Okay.
I never thought it would happen. And then all of a sudden, things took a turn in my personal life, in my
Okay.
professional career, and poof, it happened.
That's good.
Yes.
And what did you do before moving here?
So I'm a psychiatric nurse by training.
Yeah.
So all of my professional career in the US had been working with nonprofits, specifically focusing on underserved mental health communities.
Okay.
And my last job, I was with that company for 24 years, and worked my way up to become vice president of clinical and services in the
Okay.
agency.
Okay.
Yes.
And then you retire and then you decide to move here with your husband.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, what is the first memory you have about the city from the first time that you came to Vallarta?
You know, uh, so in my 20s, Vallarta was very different.
Uh-huh.
So I remember loving the fact that it still held the small town charm, the pueblo feeling of Vallarta,
Mhm.
but towards the outside, you had the hotels and all the first world country stuff,
Yeah.
but you still had the old world charm in old Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah.
And I just remember loving the feeling that I had there, um, but still being able to go back to my regular hotel.
That's good.
And the beach. I mean, the beach. I've always loved the beach. You know, being able to see the ocean and smell the salty sea and just the overall feelings that you get about being in Puerto Vallarta. Never really thinking that I would end up living here. hoping for it,
Yes,
but not thinking it would happen.
that's good. So, I know you are very involved with the LGBT community here in Puerto Vallarta. Can you please tell us more about it?
Yes. So my goal when we first moved down here was to volunteer with any of the gay organizations, and it never really quite happened. But this year, around I believe it was March, I got the opportunity to participate in a fundraising activity, and then learned that the fundraising was to support the current Vallarta Gay Plus Centro Comunitario. So I thought, oh wow, what a great opportunity to give back to the community. Um, and being a nurse, I figured you could be a nurse, just
Yeah.
because you're no longer have your state license in California
Yes.
doesn't mean you stop being a nurse. You're
Yeah.
still a nurse. So I thought I could volunteer and do something here, and I had an interest in volunteering for at least 2 to 3 days a week. So when I approached them, it turned out that they really needed an executive director. And with my experience, they felt that I was a good fit. And based on my last 30 years of work experience
Yeah.
in the U.S., it fit in with what I was
Uh-huh.
used to doing. So we agreed, and I became the new executive director.
Okay. That's pretty good. So, since when you been the executive director?
That was late March.
Okay, so it's pretty
So
new.
yes, yes, fairly new. And what we do at the center. So last year, at the end of the year, there was a different organization that provided prep services and
Uh-huh.
prep services available to the community of Puerto Vallarta, and that agency had some problems and then had difficulties continuing to provide that service. So there was a group of local business owners that were concerned enough and had a big heart
Yeah.
to make sure that these services continued to be offered. So they gathered the resources and started fundraising to be able to deliver those services. So right now we exist as a small organization. We're in the process of establishing our nonprofit status. And what we're doing currently is providing PrEP, DoxyPEP to the community. So PrEP is a medication that you take 1 pill a day,
Yeah.
and that prevents you from um, getting HIV.
Okay.
So you take that once a day, and that prevents you from getting HIV. Then we also offer DoxyPEP. DoxyPEP, you can also take that once a day, and that prevents you from getting STIs like syphilis, gonorrhea, chlamydia. And then we also offer DoxyPEP. DoxyPEP is medication that you take when you've been exposed to a high risk contact
Mm-hmm.
with no protection and that you're at high risk for getting HIV.
Okay.
So that medication is prescribed by the doctor within 72 hours of your risky contact,
Mm-hmm.
and and you take that for 29 days, and that prevents you from becoming positive.
Okay.
So those are the three major services that we're doing. However, mm, the board identified that as a primary or the priority service that we needed to provide. Our goal is to be a community center.
Okay.
So we've been holding focus groups to get input from the community on what would be the best services or what would be the services that they would like to have at the center.
Yeah.
So we've already held our first group with a youth.
Yeah.
Last week we held a group with sex workers. We have a couple more groups coming up. One of them with the trans community, another one with females in the community, because there's apparently been an increase on HIV positive women that are housewives
Yeah.
in the community. So one of the local radio people approached me about how do we include that community. So we're going to start with a focus group with them to see what specific needs they'd like to have addressed and see whether we can meet those needs. And then lastly, we're also going to focus on a group with senior citizens. So the senior citizens of our gay community are sometimes overlooked, and being in a community that is um, primarily gay, but I don't know for you, but once I turned 30, I kind of disappeared.
Yeah. Happens. Happens. Happens.
So, and we have an older community here in Puerto Vallarta, so I want to make sure that we have a space for everybody who needs services. So our goal is to expand our services into a community center, but not just community center per se, but something that the community identifies as useful and they would use. Some of the things that they've asked for is having mental health services available. So I'm currently working on establishing a network and making our space available so that local psychologists, licensed
Uh-huh.
psychologists that want to come in and offer their services at a discounted rate to our service recipients. We provide the space, they come in, provide the services. Our recipients would have to pay for part of the services, but it'd be at a discounted rate. So I'm in the currently in the process of negotiating some of that with some of the local psychologists and also establishing a network of local providers that are gay friendly.
Yeah.
So perhaps not necessarily having to come to the center for the services, but going to their private practice, knowing that they're going to be received and treated with dignity and respect, and also at a reduced rate for our recipients.
I do believe that, well, it's very important for someone that it could happen to me to go to a doctor or to an office that you don't get like with the stigma or something. Oh, because you're gay, well, we're gonna treat you differently, or so. I think that's perfect that the community center is being created for that. Also, that people they feel that they are in the safe place.
Yes. So we want to create a safe place for anybody who wants to come into the
Uh
center.
huh.
They have access to a safe place and will be treated with respect and dignity, but also identify community providers that will support
Yeah.
our clients.
So, well, you sir, the service that you have is PrEP that you told us what it is. It's
Hmm.
a one pill per day. What is the other one?
PEP,
PEP. Okay, and the Doxy.
the Doxy.
Okay. Do you have also any, or do you have any plans to have any educational programs, like people they can get to know more about this type of meds or drugs? That because also it's a stigma probably that people goes to the public and say, well, yes, I take PrEP, and they have this misconception about what PrEP does for you. So, do you have any plans to do those things
Yeah,
or what?
absolutely. Um, Currently working with other local providers, and I'll probably be posting this for people that have an interest in volunteering. There's a 4-day training that we'll be providing that'll give you an overview of what HIV is, an overview of what PrEP is, and the different medications, DoxyPep. And then at the end, we provide a training on how do you take or how do you perform a quick test for HIV, syphilis, and those other medications, those other diseases that you can detect through a rapid test. So we're in the process of doing that. What I my other dream is to be able to provide educational seminars on the site so that we can educate other either providers or employers on what it is that we do and how our services can better help their employees, and also help fight the stigma around LGBTQ and the stigma around PrEP. You know, most people think if you're in PrEP, oh, it's because oh, I don't want to use those harsh words, but oh, you're sexually promiscuous,
Yeah.
you know, but that's not necessarily the case.
Uh-huh.
I mean, um, if you're single and you're being responsible and taking care of yourself and others. And that's what PrEP does. And it also, when I talk to people that are on the edge on whether or not they take PrEP, is I always like to use the analogy. It's either you take a pill to stay healthy, because if you do test positive, you'll take a pill to stay alive.
Yes, exactly.
So you need to decide what is best for you,
Yeah.
but it's still going to be one pill a day.
Yeah.
So
Also, you provide condoms there too for free and things like that.
yes. So we have some condoms that are um, we as an agency purchase, and then we also have some that are donated by the government. So we do have free condoms there. So if you just want to stop by, pick up some condoms and lube, we have some. We ran out, and we have some coming in on Thursday. So wait till Thursday or Friday, and we'll have a new batch.
That's good. Quick question. Um, as yes, we cover the part as a person that wants to apply into this. Let's say if I'm a local person and if I want to go there, there is a protocol that I have to follow up, that I have to do to get prep. How that works a little bit.
So you can call and schedule an appointment. However, sometimes that's not the best, depending on what your work is, what your life is, and that might not work for you. We take walk-ins. So if you happen to be in the area and you want to stop by, come on in. So we do have the actual medication, the prep is free. We don't charge for the medication, but we do have a cuota de recuperación.
Okay.
So the government says, here's the medication, distribute it. But in order to distribute it, you need to have a doctor's evaluation to determine your appropriate candidate for it. There needs to be some initial lab work, and then some counseling that goes along with how you take the medication. None of that is covered, but it's required in order
To keep
to
doing service.
dispense PrEP. So we do have a cuota de recuperación, which is minimal. So this is your first time coming in for PrEP. The cuota recuperación is about 1,000 pesos. But within those 1,000 pesos, you're going to get 30 days supplies of PrEP. You're going to get a visit, medical evaluation by our physician, and you're going to get some lab work done.
Okay.
So we do a test for HIV, syphilis, hepatitis B, and a creatinine to make sure the kidneys are okay. Once that is working, then you're a candidate for PrEP, and the doctor will prescribe the PrEP. You get the PrEP right there before you leave.
Okay.
You come back in 30 days, you're not having any problems, you're tolerating it well, then you see the doctor again, and she'll give you a prescription for 3 months.
Okay.
Your second visit costs about 400 pesos.
Okay.
You get your prescription, you get your medication for 3 months, and you don't have to come back for 3 months unless you're having problems or you want to call in and talk to the doctor or the nurse. And if that's fine, then every 3 months you come in, another 400 pesos, and you get another 3 month supply of the medication. And we do ongoing tests that need to take place while you're on PrEP.
So is this just for Mexicans or for foreigners?
We accept anybody who needs the services and wants the services.
Okay.
So they're not in Mexicans, foreigners, anybody who wants to be on PrEP, be responsible, take care of themselves and others, well, we see them.
Okay. So you say that the first visit will cost them 1,000 pesos.
Uh-huh.
So what if someone doesn't have those 1,000 pesos? Or
So,
how that works?
so our goal is to have everybody give everybody access to the services. So if you can't afford the 1,000 pesos or you can't afford the follow up for 400, then we'll go ahead and see you anyway. There is a socioeconomic study that we put together, and then based on that, we could offer you a reduced fee, or whatever you can afford to pay. We'll make it work.
Okay.
I think don't let the cost be the
To
reason.
scare you.
Don't let the
Yeah.
cost be the reason to keep you away. We have clients that come in, um, and yeah, the fee for your follow up is 350, but they'll give 800 or they'll give 1,000. Doesn't happen very often, but we do have clients that pay more than what the cuota de recuperación is, and those are the funds that we use to offset some of the clients that don't have the funds to support this.
So for example, as a Canadian or as an American, that they live on a specific budget, so they can go with no problem. They can just go as a walk-in now, for example, or a Mexican. So where the office is located?
The offices are located on Morelos 101.
Mhm.
So as you're crossing into Zona Romantica,
Mhm.
right before you cross the Rio Cuale,
Yeah.
there's a Banco Santander
Yes.
right above that,
Between Barco Santander and anthropology.
and anthropology.
That
Once I say anthropology, everyone will find us.
exactly. That's the thing. Yes.
Yes. So we're above there.
Okay. So what is the time that the doors are open?
So hours of operation are Monday through Friday, 10 to 6. However, in September, we're going to be increasing our services so that we're also offering services on Saturdays.
Okay. How many people are in the staff right now?
Right now, we have the doctor, the nurse, a receptionist. We just brought on the administrator who's going to help with all the financial stuff once we get our nonprofit status
Okay.
approved. And we have a volunteer and prevention coordinator.
Okay.
He's there evenings. He works part-time. So that makes what, 4, 5, 6 staff plus me.
Okay,
Yes.
that's good. So, how they can find the Vallarta Community Center on social media?
We're on Facebook as Vallarta Gay Community Center. We also have our page, which is Vallarta Gay CC.
Okay.
Vallarta, our official name is Vallarta Gay Plus Centro Comunitario.
Yeah.
That is our legal name for our nonprofit.
Okay.
So got it registered.
So good.
But on our Facebook, you'll find us as Vallarta Gay CC, and our webpage is vallartagaycc.com. Now, currently we're .com, but we're going to have to evolve to a .org.
Okay.
So we're in transition, but we'll be able to keep both the .com and .org, so you'll be able to find us either way.
So if someone wants to go to the website, they can find you there right now, and
Yes.
they are able to donate.
Yes. Actually, our donate button should be up and running in the next couple of days. There was some transition with the company that was allowing us or helping us do that. So we had to move it to a different company, and that's delayed it a little bit. But our website will have a donate button up and running really soon.
In case if someone wants to donate, they can get in touch with you on Facebook, right?
Yes.
To the with the Vallarta Gay Plus Community Center.
Yes.
Okay, and then can find the way to do a donation in case if.
So if they want to donate, email me and I'll find a way.
Okay.
I'll find a way to get your donation.
What's your email?
My email is pedro
Uh-huh.
at vallartagaycc.com.
Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, I think it's important that we have this in the community, that it's open to everyone, that it's also, I think many people came to Vallarta and they had so much fun, but they need to find like a way how to give back to the community, that they have that inside, but they don't know how to do it, right? Could be with dogs, or could be helping, I don't know, kids or so. So I think it's great that there is a community center that has this mission and vision to help others too.
And that was one of the things that I really liked about this project when I first was approached, and that yes, it's a center that's going to provide services to the LGBTQ community, but we're a Puerto Vallarta Gay Plus.
Yeah.
And the plus is for anybody else who needs the services. You don't need to be gay to be able to access PrEP. If you're a hombre que tiene sexo con hombre, you don't identify as being gay, we still provide services to you.
Yeah.
So come on in and we'll do whatever it takes to help keep you safe and healthy.
That's fantastic, and I think it means or well, it is a lot about education, to educate people, to inform them about the benefits that will have in their lives, the good or the positive impact too that they will have, and it's all about that, to give them or provide them that piece of information that they can take home, that they can um, have that pillow talk with themselves probably, and I think that's fantastic. Is something else that you want to add?
Well, I guess I want to say thank you. Thank you for making time for, can I say you're now part of our board?
You can say it, whatever it is. Yes.
You're now part of our board and you're supporting us making this possible. So thank you for your commitment of time and energy and wanting to be part of this good cause too.
No, thank you. I really appreciate it to be part of this of this association too. I was when I was sending my information, I said one of the things they said, "Why you want to be part?" I said, "Well, it's Puerto Vallarta gave me a lot, and I want to give something back to the community that gave me a lot." So, and to be able to help my own community with these services, with my time or knowledge or whatever that works, that helps me, and it's like a to feed my heart and my soul to do that. And yes, I'm very excited to be part of the Vallarta Gay Plus Community Center, and willing to creating programs to and help you guys. And we have a fantastic board too, so I will invite everyone to join and the events that we will have in the future pretty soon.
Thank you.
No, well, thank you, Pedro. Thank you so much. And guys, well, we had this fantastic talk with Pedro Lopez from the Vallarta Gay Plus Community Center. If you want to know more information about the community center, well, just follow them on their social media. The link of their social media it's on the description box that you can get in touch with Pedro or how you can get in touch with the Vallarta Gay Plus Community Center. And well, it's been a pleasure to have you here, Pedro. Muchísimas gracias. And guys, see you soon in the next Insider PV. Thank you so much and see you soon. Bye.